now traveling with TVMA the Tea.
You're now traveling with
TVMA the Tea.
Come along.
You're now traveling with
World,
TVMA
top of the
Tea.
day to you, top of the afternoon. Welcome to 2019. We made it, guys. We made it. I know some people would be like, what's that old school Christian song? Never would have made it. Hey, we made it, guys. Welcome to 2019. Welcome to episode 9. You're now traveling with TVMA the Tea. Today, I have a special guest in the building. The island of the Bahamas, Bahamas Tourism Office is in the building today. So we're going to be talking about all about the Bahamas. I can't start a show off without thanking God, my family, my support system, Action One Media in the building, and of course my special guest, Bahamas Tourism Office. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks to cruise planners and all the travel suppliers that make travel awesome. Anjali for her song 100%. A special shout out to my Sandals BDM, Hunter Smith, with Sandals and Beaches Resort for my car wrapping. I really appreciate you. It is finally done. Thank God. And again, a shout out to the Bahamas Tourism Office. Shout out to you tuning in via Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and if you're listening on weareA1.com, blessings to you. Welcome. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Who am I? You're now traveling with TVMA the Tea. I am your local Houston travel blogger. I am your local travel podcaster with Action One Media. And I am your local travel magazine contributor for the Commodore. And I am your local franchisee of travel agency Cruise Planners. If you like what you saw, check out more on my blog at tvmathet.wordpress.com. Here you'll get connected to both of my blogs, my episodes, and so much more. Calling all sponsors. Calling all sponsors. I'm always looking for sponsors. If you're interested, contact me via my Gmail at travelingmadeaffordable@gmail.com. Stay tuned toward the end of the show for your Facebook shout out handles, as well as we'll go into some question time as well. Right now, what I want you to do is grab a chair, kick back, sip some tea, because I know when I left this morning it was like 50 something degrees outside. Now it should be peaking about 71ish in Houston today. So sip some tea. I don't know if you want yours hot or cold, but it doesn't matter, honey. As I talk travel news, travel deals equals travel tea. And don't forget, we'll be talking with Dupree, who's visiting us from the Bahamas Tourism Office today. Shout out to them. Everybody knows the Bahamas is definitely a vibe, honey. Today's show is all about the island of the Bahamas. With the island of the Bahamas, we'll talk to the man with the plan, so you don't want to miss it. Keep it locked. Travel news. You guys know how I love to read, so I'm not going to get too deep into the travel news today, but I'll just touch on a couple of things. So in my readings, I discovered travel news from National Geographic. And the article title was National Geographic, Travel Will Change for the Better This Year. Here's how. Experts share the top trends to watch in 2019. This article was contributed by Jessica Flint. Here are my key points that I pulled from this article. People will travel with a single commonality, more intention. This being you would visit a destination with a purpose. Says Deborah Collemeyer, the CEO and founder of Africa Travel Specialist Roar Africa. Sustainability was another key point. Sustainability no longer being a focus for travel, but enriching is the focus this year. Via travelers not only traveling to a destination, but getting more involved in how they can enrich it per se. And this was reported by Cynthia Dunbar, General Manager of REI Adventures. Here's another cool point I pulled from this article. Since politics drive tourism, some places have been harder to travel, like Egypt, but the political strife is easing, making it easier to travel for now. And obtaining a Turkish visa are actually much easier today than they were. So if anybody is interested in going to Turkey and you're a United States citizen, it should be a lot easier for you to do so. Over tourism is now a thing. Over tourism is now a thing. Doesn't that sound weird? So essentially that people are literally traveling to a place too much. Certain destinations like Santorini, Venice, Rome, they're over tourism. So tourism can begin picking up places and visiting like Madagascar, Ethiopia, northern Kenya. So instead of going to those traditional places like Santorini, Venice, and Rome, you can try some other different destinations to pick up their tourism. And this was reported by tour operator Scott Dunn. Epic Private Journeys, Brad Horn from the article says tourists want to be immersed in their travels, not just tour it. So essentially, tourists want to be able to be involved with the culture. They don't want to just see the popular the travel places to visit as a tourist. They want to get off that beaten path and travel the road less traveled by. After all, it does make all the difference. Overall, this article is a good read for you adventurous out there. Check it out on nationalgeographic.com. In other news, this article was reported by the BahamasWeekly.com. The Bahamas People-to-People Experience, a hit with Florida travel agents. Now, I know, you're like, she's not a Florida travel agent. She's a Texas travel agent, and you are right. But this article was very interesting, and I'm going to tell you why. It was contributed by Gene Gibson. People-to-People Experience were a big hit for a recent group of Florida travel agents who visited Nassau for a familiarization trip. And for all you adventurous out there who don't know what a familiarization trip is, that is a trip for your local travel agents to familiarize themselves with the brand so that they can come back and tell you all about it so you can book with them. The group included travel agents from Miami, Florida, and Orlando areas, all of whom have been exposed to the Bahamas product through a seminar or presentation during the year. The familiarization trip served as the Bahamas Tourist Office sales team's second phase of a Florida travel agent engagement program. Bahamas Tourist Office Florida District Manager Tina Lee shared that the purpose of the two-pronged program included strengthening and deepening relationships with the agents and then exposing them to the Bahamas. The Bahamas Tourist Office sales team led the group's visit. From what I saw, the travel agents had a blast. Those pictures were giving me life. So essentially, if you want to be immersed in the Bahamian culture with the people, You definitely need to get with a travel agent who has had that experience, having that close connection with those people, because everybody knows the Bahamas is definitely a vibe. I want to know, can this happen for Texas travel agents? But I got the man with the plan in the building today, so we will get all that travel tea. We're getting ready to have our short commercial break, but after the break we will get some answers. And like I said, I've got the man with the plan with the news you can use, all the way from the Office of the Bahamas Tourism, Manager Dupree Smith. Keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Action 1, Inspired Action. You're tuned into the all-new Action 1 Network. Turn up the volume.
Join today. Get in the action at weareA1.com.
You're now traveling with TVMA the Tea.
Like that and like that. You're now traveling with TVMA the Tea. So, at this very present moment, I would like for you guys to throw out a whole bunch of hearts out there if you're watching us on Facebook Live. And if you're listening on weareA1.com, you can give a silent round of applause. That's okay. We're going to feel you in spirit. And those watching on YouTube Live, please show a warm welcome for the Bahamas Tourism Office, Dupree Smith.
Thank you guys, I appreciate that.
Come on into the hot seat,
thank you,
Mr. Smith. How you doing today?
I am doing great today. Thank you for having me here.
Yes.
Pleasure being here with you guys, and to everybody that's tuning in, thank you for joining us.
Yes. Can y'all understand his accent, honey? He has that Bohemian accent going on, honey.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, you doing fine. You doing fine. So, as we start the show, like I said, it was literally a blessing running into you at the Small Business Expo. That's where we met at, right?
Definitely.
If you follow me on my Instagram or if you follow me on Facebook, you saw the picture that I took with him. Well, how long ago was that? Like
about 2 weeks ago. Maybe?
Yeah, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
dang, that was quick. Look at God. Look at God. So essentially, we've got him into the building today because the Bahamas is one of those hot spots.
Definitely.
It's one of those hot spots that a lot of adventurers ask me to book for them. It's one of those hot spots. Yes, it's one of those hot spots that you gotta put it on your bucket list.
Definitely have to.
It's no way you can adventure without having been to the island of the Bahamas. Now I'm gonna tell you what's shocking to me now, honey. I didn't know it was over 700 islands.
Yes, a lot.
I've only been to 3.
Exactly.
I've got 697 more to go.
Yes, and that's the beauty of the Bahamas.
And that's the beauty.
Is that it's multiple destinations, and so even if you've been a few times, there's still opportunities to check out some of the other islands of the Bahamas, and even to do what we call island hopping. And you stay in Nassau, but you maybe do a day trip to Exuma or a day trip to Eleuthera, and so that's the beauty of the Bahamas, is that we're a destination within a destination. So you're absolutely right about that.
I love it. So I'm going to get right into some tea. So before we do that, I want you to introduce yourself to the world.
Well, thank you.
Because I met you, but I need you to introduce yourself to them.
To your loyal followers.
Yes.
Like she introduced you, I'm Dupree Smith, and I'm the district manager for the Bahamas Tourist Office in the Southwest USA, but I'm based here in Houston. So it's a little bit about me. Glad for the opportunity to come and share with your listeners and your viewers, and also talk a little bit about the Bahamas with you.
Oh, thank you, Dupree. I very much appreciate you giving up your time today. Look, it's 2019, and you know how travel is. It's about to get crazy.
It is.
I was like, let me get Dupree. Let me see if he available, because you may not always be available. I know you're gonna be out of pocket for a minute coming up. Exactly.
Glad I could have come here and joined you.
I am so excited about it. So what I wanted to do was I kind of wanted to work up this show, and I wanted to make it as real for our viewers as possible, because I've already gotten a couple questions garnered from some of our viewers about the Bahamas. And so I'm pretty sure as we're talking, you probably want to chit chat and throw in some things. Feel free to jump in.
Definitely.
But I'm going to go ahead and ask you a few things, and because you're the guru here,
Thank you.
So let me just start out by asking you, this is from one of the adventurers out there. What are the benefits of adventurers wanting to stay more private on their visit when booking private homes or villas versus all-inclusive? Because all-inclusive resorts, activities, food, drinks, entertainment, how can one still be engaged when going with a private home or villa? So I guess what this person wants to know is, yeah, they know if they stay with an all-inclusive resort, all of that is inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But how do they still get engaged with the entertainment and everything, so on and so forth, if they decide to do a villa or a private homestay?
I think that's where the cultural aspect comes in of the destination, something we spoke about before the show. So even if you're staying in a private home or a villa, there's still opportunities to, we spoke about the fish fry, to go out there and experience the fish fry, where you have that native dining experience, or to even go down to downtown Nassau. So it's still opportunities that even if you have a private home to still experience the culture of the islands, and you should be doing that even if you're at an all-inclusive.
Immersing yourself.
You still should be getting off property and going to the straw market
Mm-hmm.
and the fish fry and some of the other cultural activities
Mm-hmm.
that's on the islands. And these ones that I'm naming are just Nassau-centric, but there's other great ones on our other
Exactly.
out islands as well.
Exactly. So y'all had to go and talk about a fish fry. Now I'm hungry. Thanks, Brother Atum. What is important for one to keep in mind when deciding if they should or should not travel with children to the Bahamas?
I think something to consider is if you're traveling with kids and, which property offers which. For instance, the Atlantis has a kids nightclub. It's called the Crush. I think it's for kids 13 and older.
Mm-hmm.
So, just looking for activities that match the age range that your kids are in. And the islands of the Bahamas have activities for all age range for kids. So whether it's, on the banana boat or, simple family day, picnic at the beach or experiencing the water park at the Atlantis or some of the other activities in the islands, just making sure that whatever the ages of your kids are, that you find activities beforehand that kind of matches what they want to do.
And that's so true. I remember this is actually my second visit to the Bahamas. Nice. So the first time I went to Grand Bahama Island, right? And at that time I took I think my son was 6 and my daughter was 4.
Okay.
So they're little, they couldn't really do too much, but it gave us an opportunity to kind of explore with them. So that's something that you guys may want to keep in mind. Like he said, you're going to have to immerse yourself with the community and get out there and experience a lot of things because your babies are not too young to experience a new culture. And when you're staying at a resort, even if it's not all inclusive, you definitely want to be out there getting into things and learning new cultures and exposing them too, because this is how they learn, and this is how they can have that open-minded experience. Now, I did have the pleasure of going back with my husband, no kids, turn up, and it was awesome. It was a surprise birthday party.
Nice.
Well, not party, but a surprise trip that I booked, and we ended up going on a cruise over there, but it was the best time. Nice. We ATV'd in the Bahamas, and it was so awesome because, we still got to immerse ourselves with the culture, and that was the priceless part. Yes. So, yes, thank you for that. You are so right about that. Yeah. Can you talk about the best way for tourists to be engaged in the culture? You've already talked about that. Why should adventurers place Bahamas as their #1 choice in destination for their vacation? Now, I can answer that, but I don't want to be biased because you know how I feel about the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas, but I'm going to let the guru answer that.
I think we talked about it a little earlier. Adventurers should choose the Bahamas because of the multiple islands. So unlike some other destinations, you go there and it's just one experience on one island. The Bahamas has 700 islands.
Oh, yeah.
We actively market 16 of them that has tourist products and hotels and offerings. So, you have 16 islands to choose from. Each has their own flair, their feel, their experience. So, whether it's the city vibe or city feel of Nassau with the casinos and the nightclub and the Atlantises and the Bahamas of the world, or you want to experience something that's one-off like the swimming with the pigs in Exuma.
Oh, yes.
There's so much opportunities to experience different things in the Bahamas, and I think that's what should make it the top of any adventurous bucket list.
Yeah, you're right. This is one of the top of mine. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a group, guys. Yes, I have a group going. The group is called Travel with the Renekers and TVMA the Tea. We're actually going to be doing a New Year's cruise.
Nice.
So New Year's Eve will actually be in the Bahamas, and we have some activities planned. So I'm gonna get with you after the show because I want to get to. Yes, thank you. I want to turn it up a notch.
Yes.
So I know you're gonna be able to garner me in that
good
direction.
Good tips for you to make sure you enjoy your.
Yes. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Okay, so can you tell me, everybody likes to go and check out what's new. What's new? Do y'all have anything new happening in the Bahamas? Because like I said, I haven't been in a couple of years. I know a lot has changed.
There's always stuff new going on in the islands of the Bahamas. One of the things I'd like to talk about now is Brother Aku actually asked about it, is the Bahamas resorts
Okay.
and casinos. They're fully open now.
Yes.
It's actually, the largest resort and casino in the Caribbean.
Right.
There's 2,400 rooms. It's the largest casino in the Caribbean. What I love about the property is that it's actually 3 hotels in one. So you have the Grand Hyatt, that's really family friendly, good organic beach that's close by, great restaurant choices, and close access to the casino. But you also have the SLS brand on property as well.
Okay.
So if you're familiar with the SLS Miami and Vegas, it's really like a good party spot. Like they have the Bond nightclub there that's really nice, doing well. They have a lot of celebrities that come there and host events. So if you're looking for that type of feel, it's on the same property. They also have the Rosewood on property as well. If you're familiar with Rosewood's brand, it's more luxury, upscale. So they have the Bentley Bottega that picks you up from the airport, or the Porsche Cayenne that picks you up. So just a different feel, just 3 different feels on one property. So that's something new and amazing in the Bahamas, the Bahamas resorts and casinos. Everybody should try it out. Also, as far as activities, we have something that's called the True Bahamian Food Tour. It's downtown Nassau, so if you're a foodie like myself, then you like the rock lobster and the red snapper and all the good seafood that's common for the Bahamas. We have a true Bahamian food tour.
Shannon, write this down. Write this down, Shannon.
She's taking notes. She's taking notes. Where you go to 5 or 6 of the local restaurants in the downtown Nassau area. You not only get to experience some of the culinary cuisine of the Bahamas, but you also get a little short course and see how the food is made. So when you come back, Latonya, to Houston, you can prepare some rock lobster for your husband.
Well, I can't prepare it because I don't want to
snapper
kill nobody. But
but
I could write about it and blog about it. It'll be the best blog ever.
You sure can. So just some of the new things you can experience in the Bahamas. There's so much things we got going, whether it's sports or culinary.
Oh yes. Can you talk about the sports? Because I did. I was reading up on the information that came in with the bag that you had given me, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's understood that every country has elite sports going on, but can you talk more about that?
Yeah. Well, the Bahamas is the leader in what we call sports tourism, and so we've been doing it for years. So whether it's the summer training camp with the Miami Heat, or the Tiger Woods World Heroes Challenge that's held every year in the Bahamas, or the NCAA Men's Division I Battle for Atlantis tournament that's at the Atlantis, or the LPGA Pure Silk tournament that's there. Like, we have world-class events going on all year round. So even if you're not the person that just wants to chill on the beach, if you want to go there, experience it, but still check out some sports activities while you're there, get with Latonya and book your experience, but also plan it around one of the activities that's going around. We just had on December the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, we had what's called the Bahamas Bowl. It's the Maker's Mark Bahamas Bowl. It's on ESPN all during the seasons, where the top NCAA football teams come down and play in the Bahamas right during that Christmas season. And we do a unique twist on tailgating, where we do like an island style, island theme. So like I say, there's all type of reasons to visit, and they should get with you, and you can book it for them and align them with some of these good experiences, and they'll be good to go.
You heard that, honey. If you're looking, we're booking.
Definitely.
And I definitely am going to check out that food, like the food tour part, because that is awesome. I'm a foodie like my brother over there, and I definitely, because that'll be something awesome to bring back and share with our viewers and my followers or what have you. But at the end of the day, what about track? Because I didn't hear anything about track.
Oh, yeah, well, of course, the Bahamas is known for track. I mean, whether you look at our Olympian Shawnee Miller, who's one of the leading sprinters in the world, or our Golden Girls, we're known for track and field, and we have the IAAF tournament in the Bahamas every year, and it's a worldwide competition where athletes from all over the world come and definitely participate in track and field. One of the first Bahamian to win Olympic medal was actually a track and field athlete, and he lives here in Houston. He's my godfather. His name is Frank Rutherford. And so track and field has always been a deep part of the Bahamas history. But we also have 2 of the biggest basketball stars in the world too, in the NBA. So DeAndre Ayton, that plays for the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
Is from the Bahamas, and so is Buddy Hield, that plays for the Sacramento Kings. So Rick Fox is also from the Bahamas as well. Yeah.
Rick Fox?
So we have
Wow.
Bahamians in all different spheres.
See, you educated me today, Dupree. It's a
Definitely.
lot. I'm learning a lot, you know, and I think this is great that we're able to do this for our viewers and our followers because, like I said, Bahamas is one of the top destination bucket lists. You cannot travel without stopping through there.
No, sure.
And you know, I can't wait. Matter of fact, I know I'm supposed to be going in 2020, but I need to do something in 2019. So you know, we're gonna be talking.
Let's do something in 2019 to all my travel agents that's listening. The first thing I need you to do is become a Bahamas specialist. So we have the Bahamas Specialist program. It's through the Travel Agent Institute. Sign up, complete the course. It's 3 easy steps. You pick your island, you pick your venue, you pick your experience. It's important because we have multiple islands. So for instance, if someone asks you, how do I get to the Swimming Pigs and where would I stay? And you know, you would want to be knowledgeable as a travel agent to get them in the right place. So complete that course first and foremost. And we're gonna do another farm trip this year.
You know when? Not
no,
yet.
I don't know
Okay,
yet.
that's okay.
Stay
as long as
tuned.
you don't tell me it's tomorrow.
But guess what? To everybody that's listening to your show, we're gonna give you the tea first, so you'll know exactly when the farm trip is gonna be unveiled, and all our qualified travel agents that have complete the program, Bahamas Specialist program, we want to give a few of them an opportunity to come down and experience the Bahamas and come with us.
You know I love a good fam trip.
Right? Nothing wrong with that.
You know I love a good fam
We
trip.
did one, the last one we did was April of last year.
Yes, so it's coming. Oh, so it's coming up.
It's
coming.
Yeah,
Oh God, I gotta hurry up, Jesus. Little voice, if you listening, honey, we're going to the Bahamas, honey. You need to get your courses together, honey, so we can go together. She's another franchisee with Cruise Planners. But I really appreciate the tea. Guys, if you're listening and you're viewing online, if you have any questions, please go ahead and type those questions now so we can get them answered for you while we're on the show. Dupree is the man with the plan, honey, and he has the news you can use. So if you have questions about the Bahamas, now's the time to get those questions typed so that we can get that answered for you. So with that being stated, fishing, I'm gonna roll it back. I'm gonna roll it back. So see, I'm hungry now. Thanks a lot, Otto.
I told him brought it up.
Yes, he did, but you know what?
I remember the fish fry.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But you know what? Because I was reading a lot of the information that you had put into the bag or what have you. So, yes, fish to eat it, but hold up. Deep sea fishing.
Yeah, deep sea fishing. You know, the Bahamas is world renowned for that. You know, we're an island nation, so surrounded by water. One of the most famous islands for fishing is Bimini. It's actually the closest island to the United States. It's only 50 miles from South Florida, so it's so close that if you stand on the beach in Bimini at night, you can actually see the lights from South Beach from Bimini. Famous island, known for blue marlin fishing, which is the national fish of the Bahamas. It's the big, long fish with the long sword. So famous for blue marlin fishing, also famous for other deep fishing as well. Then we have other islands like Andros that's known for bone fishing. Very, very great flats, like they call them, where you can experience the bone fishing. You can get you a guide, and they have good bone fishing lounges too, where you can actually get the whole experience. So fishing is definitely, you know,
now that'll be an excursion I'd be interested in.
Yeah.
I've never did it, but you know, I would. Yes, I love to fish. I'm not just a girly girl now. I'll put this hair in a ponytail and get out there and cast my reel real quick.
But you will have a lot of success in the Bahamas.
Oh yes, I can't wait. So I'm over here ticking off the things that I want to do. I hope you guys are doing the same thing. And one other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, I know we talked about bringing the children and making sure that we have some itineraries for them to participate in. The festivals, they are kid friendly? Yeah, all of the festivals are kid friendly. Place, you know, that's going to be have Bahamian families there. So whether it's a regatta, it's basically a boat festivals where they have custom made sailboats made, and the sailboats race against each other, and it's very something that you won't experience everywhere, something that you
you would want to experience, and they have festivals that's centered around those boat races called regattas.
Right.
So whether it's a regatta or it's a homecoming on one of the out islands, or it's Junkanoo in June like we talked about, or the main Junkanoo parades on Boxing Day and New Year's Day. All of the festivals are family friendly and something that everybody can experience and enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
What about shopping? Like, I know we have the I live there. I wish I was there right now. But I know you guys have the local markets,
Yes.
the markets that you can go in and experience the materials that are made from the locals.
Definitely.
But what about shopping in that spectrum? Can you talk a little bit about that?
So whether, like you said, whether it's something you want to do and you want to get some local arts and craft that's made in the straw market. So as soon as you come out of the port of Nassau, the straw market is one of the closest things you can experience, closest venues you can experience. Is an outdoor market that has local Bahamian vendors that do straw, wood, also conch shell works by hand, and they offer it for sale. So it's something that I think everybody should experience. You can get, products and stuff you can't get anywhere else, of course. So I'd like to start with that. But of course, we have all the other shops as well. In downtown Nassau, you have everything from Gucci to Fendi to Versace, and so that's the beauty of the Bahamas. And what makes it easy is that we use U.S. currency, so you don't need to do no currency exchange and do these complicated formulas in your mind.
Please preach on
one
that.
Bahamian dollar is one U.S. dollar. So
at
it's
that.
an ease-free vacation. You see something in the store for $200, that's 200 U.S. dollars.
That makes a world of difference now, because you're not lying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say where I went, but
you gotta call them out.
I'm not.
We know.
I love them to death, but trying to configure that math, oh my God, because it is different.
It's different.
And so that makes it easier for you new travelers out there, because the show is literally geared to new travelers and experienced travelers alike to engage you in the world of travel. But keeping that in mind, you definitely want to pay attention to this. If you don't want to be confused on your travel, you want to keep it simple. Maybe your first destination needs to be the Bahamas, because it's going to be dollar for dollar. And that's very important, because if not, you're going to have a hell of a conversion app on your phone to translate that money currency. So
So, and speaking about ease of travel, so we talked about the dollar for dollar, but then you also got to mention the short flight time from Houston. We have 2 direct flights. It only takes 2 hours and 45 minutes, so you can actually have breakfast here in Houston and then lunch on the beach in Nassau on the same day. So you got to look at that. We are one of the only countries that has U.S. pre-clearance. And so for my new viewers and listeners out there that doesn't know what that is, when you travel overseas, you usually clear customs and immigration when you get back into the U.S. So that's a 2.5-hour line at Bush. The advantage of the Bahamas is you clear customs and immigration in the Bahamas. So when you get to Bush, you go straight to baggage claim, and you leave the airport. So a lot of other international destinations cannot say that. So another ease of travel note that you're
new travelers, that's something important that you may want to jot down as well. We're going to take a small commercial break. I really appreciate you talking with us today. We'll be right back, guys. Keep it locked.
Change your mindset, change your outcome. Decide to make that change? Use Choose to Do Inc. Call us at 713-291-6141. 713-291-6141. Choose to Do.
Join today. Get in the action at weareA1.com.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You're now traveling with TVMA the Tea. We've been talking with Dupree Smith, the manager with the Bahamas Tourism Office. Woo woo! Thank you for stopping by the show today.
Thank you for having me.
And I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm checking right now. I'm going to the social media and to see if we have any questions out there for our guests. I see one viewer post that the Bimini Islands is so close to her home. She lives in Florida.
Yes, she's absolutely
So
right.
you're saying it's 50 miles?
Yeah, about 50 miles from South Florida, from Miami to be exact.
50 miles, yes. And so I don't have any questions. I think this show has given the viewers the tea that they can use.
Nice.
Oh, someone wants you to spell that resort you were talking about for island hopping.
The resort.
Was it an island hopping resort?
No, I mentioned a couple of resorts.
What, Shannon, can you retype your question, spell which resort? Okay, and while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and give some social media shout outs. So if you're tuning in and you're watching us on YouTube Live, shout out to you. You're now traveling with TVMA the Tea. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're listening on Periscope or weareA1.com, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. And if you're watching on Facebook, right now I see Shannon Reneker, Paula Compton Edmondson, Charles Gatlin, Pamela Wright, Taklisha Blanchard, Caesar Lee Jones, Atum Ra, Anna Shevchenko, I hope I said that correctly, honey, and a host of viewers more. I thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have been awesome. We have had the honorable pleasure of talking with Dupree Smith with the Bahamas Tourism Office today. And guys, if you do not have the Bahamas on your bucket list, you need to have it up there as at least your top 5, because all of the tea that he shared today, it should not be a reason why you don't have Bahamas on there. I'm going to share my social media handles with you. For those of you that are watching and listening, if you want to reach me, you can find me on the IG. And that's Traveling Made Affordable, or it can pull up the same way with T Affordable, guys. It's Traveling Made Affordable. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook at Traveling Made Affordable as well. And on YouTube, Traveling Made Affordable. Always follow that blog, guys. We post all the episodes on the blog and my latest articles. That's tvmathetea.wordpress.com. And if you're interested on any U.S. travels or articles that I have written for the Commodore, you can get linked up directly from my blog there. And if you're looking for vacations, remember, if you're looking, we're booking. I am your local franchisee of cruise planners, and you can find me at travelingmadeaffordable.com, honey. Now, Dupree, if the agents need to reach you out there, would you love to share your social media handles with them, or how they can get in contact with you?
Yeah, definitely. You can reach me. My email address is dpsmith@bahamas.com. Usually I'm quick to respond. You can also reach me at Dupree Smith on Instagram and Dupree Smith on Facebook. To get more information on the islands of the Bahamas, though, of course, I would love you guys to follow us on Instagram at Travel Bahamas. Also to follow us on Facebook at Travel Bahamas as well. Or if you just want to go online to Bahamas.com, that's a great platform as well. Get new information on the destination, updates, to keep posted. Good spot to get news and updates.
Yes, it is. They are always posting the Bahamas Travel Tea on their Facebook feed. And guys, if you don't know about it, you need to join them, because like I said, they are always keeping the community updated with what's going on out there. And I mean, hey, it's the Offices of the Tourism. You can't expect anything less. And there it is, his card information. So you can always go back and get connected with him. And guys, I like to literally thank you guys for tuning in to the show today. Today we were able to cover all about the Bahamas. All about the Bahamas. Thank you again to all my followers for tuning in and listening. and all of my travel suppliers for their support. Thank you, Norwegian, for sponsoring our previous winner for the no deposit booking cruise. That was awesome. Thank you to my sponsors, my viewers, my followers, and of course, the island of the Bahamas. Dupree Smith in the building. And of course, you, adventurous you. You know who you are. So, like I said, if you need to get in contact with either of us, you can easily go back and rewind this show to get all of our social media handles or our contact information. Remember, if you're looking, we're booking. You've been traveling with TVMA the Tea. Dupree, do you have any final words for our listeners and viewers?
Well, final words, I want to say thank you guys so much for being so hospitable and extending the invitation to bring me here. For my listeners, and for you, Latonya, for being such a gracious host and giving your listeners and viewers so much good travel information. You guys should definitely continue to listen in. She's a great resource for anything travel and especially anything Bahamas. Yes.
You heard that.
Yeah, definitely. So for my listeners, for my viewers, for my travel agent family, first and foremost, would love you guys to sign up for the specialist program, complete that. We're launching some rewards to accompany that. So you never know, you might win some free stuff, some goodies, some giveaways, even a trip. To my other listeners.
Ooh, Cruise Planners franchisees. Yes. Did y'all hear that? You can even win a trip. Cruise Planners franchisees who are tuning in, guys, let's get signed up. Let's make it a reunion.
Definitely. For my other listeners out there, I'd like to just mention our 2 direct flight options. We do have United Airlines that leaves IAH 3 times a week that goes to Nassau. Like I said, it's a short flight, 2 hours and 45 minutes. But we also have our national carrier, Bahamas Air, that started service as well. 2 times a week. It's on Mondays and Thursdays. Short flight as well, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
They go out of IAH
They go out of IAH as well. So 2 opportunities to leave Houston and visit the Bahamas, or if you're from surrounding areas, to get to Houston and take that short flight over.
Right.
So those would be the words I'd like to leave with.
Well, thank you. You've given my viewers, honey, the tea today. And that's the travel tea. Guys, you've been traveling with TVMA the Tea. Thanks to my special guest for stopping by, the island of the Bahamas, Dupree Smith with the Bahamas Tourism. And guess what, guys? We're out. Catch you next Saturday.
And money on travel? Book with a Cruise Planners travel agent. Stop wasting time jumping from website to website and avoid all that online research. Lock in the best rate and dodge the hidden fees. See more culture, get access to unique events, and stay within budget with a complete travel experience. You deserve a better vacation, a stress-free one, backed by an American Express travel representative. Now, who's booking your vacation package?
Hi, I'm Latanya, your land and cruise expert. I can plan anything travel for a great price. Ask me about the Caribbean and group trips. Call me to book your next vacation getaway. Remember, if you're looking, we're booking.
Cruise Planners, your land and cruise experts.
You're now traveling with TVMA the Tea.
traveling with
TVMA the Tea.
Come along.
Peace, brother Atum Ryan. You tuned in to Action One Network.
Join today. Get in the action at weareA1.com.